often approached by families whose child has suffered cerebral palsy, and inevitably one of the first questions that they ask is, how can a claim be funded? If a child has suffered from cerebral palsy because of something that occurred prior to their birth or in the first 8 weeks of their life, then legal aid funding is usually available for them to bring a claim. If a child suffers cerebral palsy because of something that occurs after the first 8 weeks of life, for example, suffering a serious illness when they're older, then legal aid funding is not available to bring a clinical negligence claim, in which case we look at other forms of funding that are available. Typically that can be using legal expenses insurance if that's available, or using a conditional fee agreement, which is a type of funding that means that our fees would not be payable unless the case is successful. We often see how bringing a successful claim for a child with cerebral palsy can make a big difference to their lives. It allows them the funds to meet their individual needs by purchasing private care, therapies, equipment, and adapting their home. The important thing to remember is that legal aid funding is likely to be available if the child has suffered cerebral palsy as a result of something that happened either before they were born or in the first 8 weeks of their life. If that's not the case, there are still other funding options that are likely to be available to bring a claim. The important thing is to contact specialist solicitors, particularly solicitors who are allowed by the legal aid agency to undertake clinical negligence claims with legal aid funding, and they will be able to advise about the different funding options available for the claim. We are always happy to speak to people about their possible claim and the funding options that are available to them.